Hello and welcome to Friday. If you've been watching for the past few weeks, you'll know that we've been on an incredible journey to get our dishwasher and our kitchen floor replaced. I have some exciting news. There is an interesting and entertaining chunk of that story that I'm going to tell you today, and you will absolutely want to stick around for it because it's fairly incredible. If you haven't seen these past vlogs, I will get you up to speed. No worries. First things first, we live in an apartment, and that means we have a landlord. And anytime we have a problem with something that needs repaired, they take care of it. It's nothing that comes out of pocket for us, but also we don't get to choose who comes and fixes stuff. Fair enough? Fair enough. So a few days ago, we finally got the new dishwasher. It had been a while going back and forth, but we finally got a new dishwasher. A person came and looked at it, and they said that the older one was definitely busted, and what happened was the pump in it broke, and it actually leaked under the floor in the kitchen, which is why we needed a new kitchen floor. Although, to be fair, there were boards coming up in the kitchen already, and it was never very good to begin with, so we needed a new kitchen floor regardless. So just the other day, I think maybe on Sunday, they came and gave us a new dishwasher, so we had a dishwasher. We ran it once, and it leaked. And then I think maybe the next day, I think that's when it was. I'm a little iffy on some of these earlier dates, but I think it was the next day that the person came, the maintenance guy I'm just going to refer to from here on out as Guy. Guy came and fixed it. So it leaked, he fixed it. But we still needed to replace the floors. He said that he would be back on Tuesday, which I guess would have been the next day. On Tuesday, we got up very early to wait. He said he was going to be by on Tuesday morning. So we got up early, and we had actually went to bed pretty late the night before, but we got up early, we waited, and probably noon rolls around, and finally I'm like, okay, it's no longer morning. Where is this guy? So I call him, and he says, oh, I'm not coming today. I'm coming on Thursday. And I'm like, you said Tuesday. He goes, I know, but I called your landlord and told them to tell you. Did they not call you and tell you? I'm like, no, they didn't. So that kind of ruined my day, but I was like, you know, whatever, it's fine. Thursday then. Thursday rolls around. This guy comes and he gets started. He gets here at 9 a.m. He tears up the floor, and now we have towels on it so you can't see as well, but the floor is missing. It's a mess, and all this stuff you can't really. Well, yeah, I can actually see. Like it's disgusting. Let me get that back in focus. It's disgusting. It's really gross. So all this underlay is wet and really nasty. But he started tearing up the floor, and he started putting the new floor down. He gets this much of the floor done. He had 2 boxes. He got this much of the floor done, and after he got that much of the floor done, he opened the next box, and he realized it wasn't the same floor. So, since it wasn't the same floor, he needed to now go get the new floor. It was 10:30 a.m. at this point. He had been here for 90 minutes. So he went and he had to go to the Home Depot to switch out the floors. So we waited again, and it was about noon. It was about 12 o'clock when he called and he said, actually, the Home Depot didn't have the floor. I'm going to have to go to a different Home Depot. I'll either be back a little later today or Saturday. And I was like, okay, wait. Because we work at home. Both Mel and I work at home. We can't sit around waiting all day. We need to know things. So I said, hey, when are we going to know? When are we going to know if you're coming back today or if you're coming back on Saturday? And he said, actually, I'll be back Saturday. And I said, okay. Now, the fact that he said Saturday and not the next day, which would have been Friday, was not surprising because when he was here earlier, he said if he didn't finish today, he would have to finish Saturday, and he couldn't do it Friday because on Friday he had all-day doctor's appointments, is what he said. He had doctor's appointments all day. And I was like, all right, whatever. Anyway, this evening, since it's Friday now, I'm sitting here just working at the computer. It's about 8:45 p.m. I get a text, and it's from the maintenance guy. And he says, actually, I'll read it to you because it's, you can already see where this is going. It gets better, I promise. He sent me a text. And he said, hey, Steven, I will not be able to make it tomorrow. I will be there Monday. I apologize. I am not feeling well at all. Been in bed all day. Now, as a reminder, the floor is not in good shape. The floor is in very bad shape. And I mean, we've put towels over everything just so we could walk over it because it's wet. The underlay is still wet. It's still disgusting. I mean, a lot of these parts are sharp, so we have to avoid it. And the cats have taken to playing on this stuff. For whatever reason, Sagan is trying to eat it, which is probably not healthy for him. So the fact that this is all happening, not happening in one day, is really upsetting. Also, he tore out all the, I guess they're called quarter boards or whatever, and they all have like nails and stuff sticking out of them, and they're just like in the corner. So yeah, that's where we're at, right? So after I got this text tonight, I was a little frustrated because this all needed to be done in one day, and it was only supposed to take a few hours. But I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm sitting here working. Mal was painting, so I couldn't go interrupt her, so I was like, I'll just wait till she's done and I'll talk to her. Then, about 10 or 15 minutes later, I got another message from this guy. But this time, it was a photo. It was a photo of him standing with three, beautiful women, posing with them. And I could tell that he was at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. I was like, that's unusual. And then it came with a message. And the message said, was talking to the girl on the far right after the show, showed her your picture on Instagram, wanted to know if you were married, haha. And I was like, this was not intended for me. This guy screwed up. But then I got a big grin on my face because I realized that he had lied to me. He was not sick. Also, that's another unusual thing, is that he told me on yesterday, that he had doctor's appointments all day. He told me in this message that he had been in bed all day, so his story's not even straight. But then he ended up sending me this message and this picture. And I thought, that's interesting. That's interesting indeed. Now, one of the things I know about this guy is that he's a big fan of cars, particularly Mustangs. And he wears a lot of shirts with Mustangs and things like that. And in particular, he had like a shirt that was about, there's like a South Carolina chapter of Mustang Lovers or something. So I knew that he was big into that and a part of that. In this picture, he's actually wearing that shirt. Like, hey, I'm wearing my South Carolina Mustang shirt or whatever. And what was so interesting is like, I wonder what's going on at the convention center today. So I looked it up. Just so happens that the South Carolina chapter of Mustang car show was today. How about that? Here's the other thing. The car show is 3 days long. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It just so happens that he can't get back until Monday to fix our floor. Could that be related? It's a possibility. So the jig was up. And how I knew the jig was up for realsies was that the image had metadata. So whenever I looked at the image's metadata, I could see that the picture was taken today, and it was taken at the convention center. Like, this happened today. He was not in bed. He was not doing any of that stuff. And the thing is, like, I don't even care that you're at a car show, dude. Like, I don't care. If you wanted to go to a car show, you could have just said that. You could have said, I can't come by Friday because I really want to go to this car show. That would have been fine. But don't lie to me. Don't tell me, I have doctor's appointments. I'm sick. Like, that's not cool. And like, 3 days, no. Come fix our floor. Come fix the floor. That's your job. That's what you're getting paid for. Anyway, I responded to this guy because the jig was up. I knew. I caught him. He was lying. So I wrote, you look pretty healthy to me. Hope you enjoyed the car show. You know what we haven't enjoyed? Not having a kitchen floor. That is what I sent back. And it took him a few minutes to respond. But when he did, he doubled down on this lie. I don't know if he didn't realize that I could see the image metadata. Like, did he even realize that he sent this thing to me? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. He said, just to let you know, I've been home all day. So unless you went to the car show and saw me, I don't appreciate your sarcasm. And I'm like, oh my God, you are so done. So then he said, I'll call the landlord tomorrow and see if somebody else, see if she can find somebody else to do the job. Too late. I've already contacted the landlord. I have already sent a huge email about all of this stuff. So whenever you contact her, she's probably going to have a few questions for you. The thing that bugs me about all this is like I try to be a nice guy and I try to be very understanding, and I think in this scenario I have been so understanding and so patient to say, you know, oh, it's going to be this day. Oh, it's actually not going to be this day. You know, I've already woken up. I was never told. I'm like, it's all right. Fine. Okay, we're going to get it done. Oh, actually, we're not going to get it done. Okay, I'm cool. We're going to do it. We're going to do it Saturday, and I know it's going to be a few days, but that's going to be it. You know, cool. But then for all of that to fall through over and over and over again, this is the most unprofessional person I've ever had the joy of meeting. That's what it comes down to. And like, we have a destroyed floor. It's very hard to get in there and do things, and the cats are messing with it, and I'm worried about them trying to eat the stupid stuff. It's hard to keep them away from all that. So yeah, I had to do what I did, and I had to say what I had to say. And you know, I just wish he wouldn't have lied. Seriously, like, just tell me you're going to a car show. I mean, there's things that I enjoy doing, that I may want to do, and you got to be upfront about that stuff. But the fact that he wants to go to the car show the entire weekend, that he's going to be there all 3 days, and we're going to sit here without a floor when you're getting paid by the landlord to like take care of that, that's not cool. So yeah, that's the updated story. We haven't heard back from the landlord yet, but we probably will tomorrow. And I presume that we'll have some other maintenance person out here working on it, which we need to, because to be honest, I don't do well with liars, and I don't want a liar over here working on my stuff. So yeah, that's the update. That's how this story has progressed. I mean, I know that these last few vlogs that have come out, people, I mean, they're not out yet, but I presume people are going to be like, man, you've been putting up with a lot of crap. Yeah, we have. And there comes a point where you can't get walked over like this. And I'm not even really mad. I just want my floor fixed. That's all it comes down to. Just come fix my floor. Seriously. It's not going to take you very long to do. You did most of it in 90 minutes. In fact, you could have come early today and fixed the floor and still had time to go to your car show. Anyway, that's my update. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you, at least, if nothing else, found it very entertaining. I'll keep you guys updated on when we get a new floor, and we'll see where this story progresses. What a day it's been. Thank you for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?